On November 8th, the University of Iowa main library was filled with Iowa student voters. Now the library is filled with students studying and even the occasional student tour. But what many of these current and future students do not know is that the Iowa legislators are currently debating their rights to vote in the next election. Iowa Secretary of State Paul Pat believes that Iowa needs to have stricter voting ID laws in order to prevent voter fraud. But in the most recent elections, only 10 potential voter fraud cases were reported to the Secretary of State's office out of the 1.6 million votes casted statewide.
Now, there are two types of voting ID laws, and strict and non-strict, and Iowa's current voting ID laws fall under the non-strict path, meaning that people can come to the polls and they do not need to show a valid state ID. But if this bill does pass, and Iowa voters need to show a state ID, which could be a driver's license, passport, or even a military ID in order to vote.
Senator Jeff Danielson disagrees with Secretary of State and believes that voting should not be treated as an earned privilege.
All the other transactions in life where you use an ID are earned privileges. Being able to get on a plane, being able to drive down the highway, being able to go to a bank, financial transactions, those are all earned privileges. That is completely different than voting, which is a sacred right. It is the beginning of the building blocks of democracy, and when we make it harder because of our own bureaucratic rules for people to vote, I think we diminish democracy.
Reporting from Iowa City, Rachel Wires, Daily Iowan TV.